be okay with the awkward stage. What do I mean by that? We live in a society where everything is so fast paced. We constantly want instant gratification, and we're always looking at other people and seeing on the outside their results and wanting their results without wanting to go through the various stages that they had to go through. And I'm observing this from society in so many different areas of our lives. When it comes to, even for example, when it comes to now teenagers that are like 15, 16, they no longer have like the awkward stage of looking weird, of looking like their normal age. When you look at them, they look like us. You would think they're like 27, 28 because of all the makeup and just the way they dress now. It's hard to tell if they're 15 or 16 or 14. They just look like they're young adults because they don't want to go through the way that we were raised in high school when we had to look, we just didn't look like we were 28, 27. We looked like we were literally our age because we were 15, 14, and there was nothing wrong with that. But now people are skipping steps of their age, whatever age they're supposed to look like. They're skipping to looking older because that's what's seem attractive to the whole world now. Hence, they're skipping, the natural progression of developing as like a young person to like a teenager to like a young adult, etc. And I also noticed this in relationships too, right? So many people want to be married, want to be in a committed relationship, and they always idolize like other people who are in seemingly in a perfect relationship, and they want those same results of someone, quality men and just quality relationships, like the way they see their idols having. And what I found in observing and hearing the wisdoms of those people whom we might admire for their relationship and the longevity of their relationships, what I've noticed that they always mention that they had to go through the natural progression of relationships of all the different stages, right? They didn't just wake up one day and their marriage was just perfect with no hiccups on the way. They always mention about building, right? Getting to know someone and compromising and having aligned morals and values and just doing the work together, and they eventually grew up together because they were both in the relationship to be together. They were in it for the long run, so they were willing to do the work and go through all the awkward stages, right? And now 15 years later, 17 years later, 20 years later, you see them, they look like beautiful couple, like they have everything together. But when you look back at their pictures, you can see their progression of their relationships. And even if some people documented their journey, you can see they become wiser. You can see the maturity of their communication styles and how they interact with one another. But all of that, all of those wisdoms came with time, with surrendering to the natural stages progression of building a quality relationship, which nowadays in our age, especially in this day and age, everyone is just like wanting results so fast, but they don't want to put in the time and the effort and go through the awkward stage of looking crazy or just like not having everything the way they want it and the way they envision it in a picture perfect world in their head, or like an Instagram worthy picture. So if they don't have that, then they're not, it's just that means something is wrong, because but there's nothing wrong. You just have to be willing to put in the time, the effort, and go through the awkward stage of like looking embarrassed, or just not looking the Instagram picture perfect that you see around a lot, which is that's just an Instagram reel. Like most people that we look up to always say that that's just like what, 5 seconds of their like 20 years or whatever, 24 hours of the day. So you cannot compare. And this can apply in all areas of your life. And also even when you're planning to grow and to have a, what is it called? To have a personal brand. and you have to be okay with going through the awkward stage. To me, the awkward stage is literally like a rite of passage, right? Because you're learning so much by creating content, or if you're setting a goal to make certain amount of money, or to just like level up in certain areas of your life, whether it's like, with your weight, with your mindset, whatever area it is. It's like the progression of who you become in the process. That's where the goal is, right? So you have to really surrender to every step, all of the little milestones that you're taking every day, and every day showing up knowing that you have like a goal set that you're trying to reach, but being okay with feeling like this is so embarrassing, or this is taking forever, or this is not the way I want it to look like. Be okay with those little stages, because that's what you're going to look back at and realize that how far you have came. And then once you reach the top, or whatever your next level is, once you reach that, you're able to look back and be like, wow. And you gain so much wisdom along the way that it can help you to unlock the next level once you get to the level you wanted to get, right? Because there's always next levels to everything, even when it comes to spirituality, right? We're constantly growing and evolving and becoming wiser. And so surrender to the awkward stages of life, and do not compare, because everyone are at different stages of life, right? And if you talk to those people, they will tell you there was a time where they felt like this is so embarrassing, this is so hard, this is so challenging. I'm getting really out of my comfort zone with this, but they still went through with it. They were still consistent. And then they came on the other side and can give advice now, right? And then you're here looking up to them because they took the chance and they didn't give up at the awkward stage. So surrender to the awkward stage. It's only the beginning. It's like character development for you, and it's part of your testimony. Love you.